Buen Camino Pilgrims. I am Jeremiah Gibbs and I'm your Camino guide. And today I want to talk to you about the pack that I ended up taking with me on Camino de Santiago this summer. If you have seen my gear packing video where I reviewed all of my equipment that I was taking with me, you may have noticed that the pack that I talked about in that video is not the pack that I took on Camino. Today I'm going to explain why I decided to change out my pack at the last minute to the Gregory Zulu 30 and give you a little bit of information about this new pack and why I decided that this was a good pack for me. If you like videos like this, I hope that you'll click the like button. That will send this out to other people on YouTube so that they will be able to enjoy these as well. And also, if you are planning a Camino de Santiago pilgrimage, please click the subscribe button. That's going to give you some of my videos on gear reviews like this one. I do videos on kind of practical helps and planning for the pilgrimage, as well as kind of the theology and spirituality of Camino as well. So I hope that you'll subscribe and come back often to learn about Camino so that I can help you make your way to Santiago as well. So the pack that I chose this summer was the Gregory Zulu 30. And there's a number of reasons why I decided to switch out my pack at the last minute. Two of them were primary. The first one was, this is the first time I've been on a summer pilgrimage without anybody with me. And my pack load, like the things I was actually taking with me, was much less. I usually have to take equipment that's for my group. I'm usually carrying rain gear and a cold weather jacket and things like that. I wasn't carrying any of those in July when I'm by myself, and so my pack weight was just much less for a summer Camino. And then in addition to carrying less gear, I also, those packs that I normally carry are over 4 pounds. Both my Deuter and my Osprey are over 4 pounds. This pack is only about 2.5 pounds. So I was going to save another 1.5 pounds just in changing out the pack. And then of course I was already carrying low weight, so I knew that I could get my pack down to very small by switching out to the Gregory pack. I'm very pleased with that decision. I'm going to just tell you a few of the features of this Gregory Zulu 30. There's not a lot about it that I would say is particularly unique, but I do want to just kind of go over some of the features that you might have questions about. First of all, I think it's really important to have a really significant hip belt. This hip belt is excellent, well padded, well ventilated, and it did exactly what I hope a hip belt to do, which is carry the weight well of the pack. On both sides, you have very large hip belt pouches. They're large enough. I had a GoPro and a small little tripod in one, and then I had snacks and some other items like that in the other one. They do have YKK zippers that are very smooth to open and shut. I did find that I did have to use 2 hands. You know, sometimes you can get zippers that you can operate with 1 hand, which is nice on the pouches, but I really did need 2 hands to be able to operate those. But that was fine. This black pouch, by the way, is just a Velcro that I use to attach my drone pouch. So that's not part of the pack and normally wouldn't be needed for other folks. The back of the pack is very well ventilated. You can see a big air gap with this well ventilated material here. That's going to keep you cool in the back. I really like that part of the pack, as well as that same really well ventilated material on the inside of a well padded strap. This is really well padded. I loved these straps. Incredibly comfortable. A small clip there for those of you that use a Camelback or other hydration system. It's got a clip built in for that. I'm not a user of those, so I didn't take advantage of that. But and then on this side, there's a little bit of a loop here that you can fit your sunglasses, the arm of your sunglasses through. And then this is a tool strap that you can put your trekking pole temporarily, or tripod or something like that you're just stowing away temporarily. You take that elastic strap and then it pops back up in there kind of out of the way when it's not in use. All of those were very useful. The features on that were nothing that you don't expect out of a well-made pack, but that certainly served my purpose as well. There is a tool strap here, which I just pulled through, but There's a tool strap here that I was able, you put trekking poles, or I was able to put my umbrella there. There's two cinch straps to be able to take up the volume in the pack when those are not needed. Large pouches for water bottles. I will say that I was able to get my water bottle in and out of those pouches without having to take my pack off. I was able to just reach back and get those in and out. Sometimes you're not able to do that. So I really appreciated both the design and location of the pouches that made it possible to do that. I really like the ventilated back pouch. This is where I would keep wet equipment. It's also where we keep things like my tripod, which I'm kind of getting in and out a lot during a day. So that's a really important feature for me. Down inside of here, you'll see this other little pouch that says rain cover. One thing to note is that the rain cover for this is included with it. It's a nice rain cover. I'm not gonna take it out now, but it's a nice rain cover and does the job well. But that is included with the pack, which is a nice value. Usually you might have to pay as much as $15 or $20 for one if it isn't included in the pack. This backpack, the top is a little different than some others. You have most packs that I've had have like the brain style, the removable top pouch. This one has it all integrated into zippers. So there's not the straps that strap down, but zippers. That does decrease the capacity a little bit of the pack. Where the ones that have the brain that you strap down, you can kind of always get one more thing in there. This one, there is an upper limit. Once those zippers are shut, that's kind of your upper limit, and then you'd begin strapping things on top of it if you had to add additional material, or maybe you would strap things onto the bottom if you need to add additional items that are not that don't fit. So that is one disadvantage, is that most of those packs with the brain, you can kind of always add one more thing and just keep stacking it up higher. This one, you're not able to do that. There are a couple of pouches here. There's a large pouch for gear that's right up here in the top, and then there's another one that's on the inside of the pack that you can store your quickly accessible items in there. There is a hydration bladder pouch that's right here. I've got item stuff in there just holding it open, but there's a hydration bladder pouch here and a hook that you can hook your hydration bladder on. Those are of course nice to be able, for those of you that are using Camelbacks. And then there's the H2O pass-through, the water pass-through will open up on either side, so you can bring your pass-through out on either side. Although it comes out on either side, you should note that the little clasp to hold the hydration tube is only on the right side. So it does come out either side, but the tube to hold it is only on one side. There's not much else to say about this Gregory Zulu 30, except that really at just about 2.5 pounds. It was a very light pack. I really appreciate being able to help or be able to purchase from the Gregory company. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but the Gregory company was really excellent at being able to support backpackers who are overweight. So they now have a whole line of backpacks for folks who are overweight. I no longer need the overweight packs because I've lost quite a bit of weight, but I remembered purchasing a pack when I was overweight was so difficult because the challenges with being able to get the shoulder straps wide enough and the belt that would go around my body comfortably and all those things. But Gregory has a whole line of packs that are for folks who are overweight, and I just wanted to support a company that was thinking about people like me and including me in hiking and backpacking. And so I was really grateful to be able to purchase a Gregory for that reason. If you'd like to learn more about my backpacking setup, then I'm going to put a video right here at the end as the end screen so that you can click that video and see my entire packing list for this summer's pilgrimage and find out the pack that I didn't take because it was so large that I had planned to take on that this past pilgrimage. Buen Camino, pilgrims.